Another week and another Tech Giants video game service. Shout out to next week when Amazon announces their gaming service that delivers a new game to your front door every single day. In case you missed it, Apple Arcade is Apple's subscription-based service that will let you play 100 curated games on your iPhone, iPad, Mac, or Apple TV. With so many hands trying to get into gamers' pockets, we're going to take a second here and take a look at 3 things we think Apple wants to accomplish with the Apple Arcade. From Apple's most recent conference, it's clear that they are pivoting from a hardware company to a service company. Apple TV Plus, Apple Card, and Apple News Plus are 3 other newly announced services that Apple hopes will add to the $11 billion made last year from their total revenue services, which include the App Store and Apple Music. There are a couple of factors contributing to Apple's change in purpose. One is stagnation in hardware sales. People have their iPhones and iPads and are actually upgrading less often. Forgive us if we don't get excited for the relentless announcements of the iPhone XS and XS DDR Action Max Vitamix. And what Tim Cook and his shareholders have definitely noticed is that Wall Street gives higher valuations to companies with recurrent revenue as opposed to transaction-based revenue. Monthly subscription good, purchase by purchase bad. So it looks like all the biggest tech companies out there are trying to offer us their services from month to month here on out. On average, gamers spend about 6 hours a week playing, with that number getting bigger the younger you go. And on Twitch, viewers spend an average of 95 minutes per day watching their favorite streamers or favorite games. These are the hours that Apple wants a bigger portion of. They want you either playing Apple Arcade or you watching someone else play Apple Arcade on a streaming service. Apple has a better shot at doing this than almost anyone else. Mobile devices are the single most popular gaming machines in existence, and more than 1 billion people have downloaded games from the App Store. And by hiring some of the best names in the business like Sakaguchi from Final Fantasy, Ken Wong from Monument Valley, and Will Wright from SimCity, they have a puncher's chance of doing it. But to do so, they might have to remove that screen time feature that shames us once a week.
Shame! Shame!
Once upon a time, Apple was a beacon for idealists in the tech community, but perhaps not so much anymore. With Apple Arcade, they are trying to correct the wrongs they helped create. For reference, in 2009, after stating that free apps should remain free, Apple announced that free apps would be allowed to offer in-app purchases. This was the beginning of the onslaught as we know today as freemium games. Apple Arcade promises that no game will charge you for a life or for a hint to solve a puzzle. They won't give you any ads, and in addition, Apple has promised not to sell your data, which is a direct shot at Google. And as the trailer proclaims, no guns, no killing, we're just telling a story. Apple has taken a decidedly upstream approach to curating games. While we can pick up a few points on where the brand is heading, it's hard to see who exactly Apple Arcade is for. It's not quite for the hardcore gamers, and it's not quite for the mobile gamer. But until we get more information, all we can ask for is what we always ask for: some good games to play.